Welcome back to On Point, the Mindset podcast for dancers, artists, athletes, and creatives. I'm your host, Latte, aka Lottie Dottie. You guys, I thought I broke my mic right now. My God, I'm trying to get my shit together so I can buy some new equipment. Like, I know it's not necessary and this is working out just fine, but the perfectionist in me, I just want a whole bunch of new toys. Maybe that's it. But she's working on budgeting, you guys. You guys would be so proud of me. Anyways, how are you guys doing? We're on episode 29. Look at this. We're shaking and moving. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. And speaking of equipment, I listened to my episode from last week and I realized my audio, I don't know what was going on there. So just ignore it, move on. I'm sure you have. Don't worry about it. And also just major shout out to everybody who is doing their Spotify Wrapped right now. And your top podcast is On Point. That's wild. I am when I was seeing those, I was at first I was I'm old. So I was like, what is this? And then I was like, oh my God, it's the Spotify Wrapped and it's me and it's On Point and it's us, you guys. We did it. So I truly appreciate it. Keep sharing them. So if On Point is your top listened podcast of this year, please share it. Please share it because I want to share a bunch of these on the page. So yeah, let's get into it. All right. So I wanted to do this episode because I was truly inspired. I really was by just like I said, everybody sharing their communities, and just this time of year, I get so sentimental. I think just getting older, I don't know. The holidays, it brings me close to my family. It brings me close to my friends. I'm getting ready to do my annual coaching client reunion this Saturday. So I'm excited to tap in with all of my clients, new and old. And so I'm just feeling the love. I'm feeling the community. I love this time of year. I don't know what it is. And I just really wanted to lean into this and do an episode on community. So we're going to be talking about this time of year. I know it's stressful, good and bad, whatever, but at least you have a community. And anytime that things get hard in life, at least you have a community. And when things get happy in life, you have a community. So I think this episode is for everyone. So let's dive right in. So why is community so important? And the first thing that comes to my mind is immediately for other people. Just for others, being there when people need you the most, being there when they don't need you, just to support. People feel stronger together. They feel heard. We can take on new things together. Just we're stronger overall together. If you think about it, when you want to go to a new class and you're like, I'm so scared, what do? You text a friend and tell them, hey, can you come with me to come take a new class? Or maybe you're teaching a new class. I've been dabbling with the idea of teaching a contemporary class here in LA. And the first thing I do is reach out to my community here. Would you guys be down? Right. You want to get support from other people. You want to get support from other dancers, from other artists. Being an artist I don't want to say it's lonely, but it's very vulnerable. And so when you have other people with you to feel vulnerable with, you are going to open up more. And when you open up more, there's more beauty and brilliance that's going to come from that. Overall, it's a very humbling experience, and it's a super important skill to learn, to clap for other people and to be there and support other people while you're on the sidelines. So when I say community is important for others, it's a good lesson for you to learn to be present for other people and to applaud them and to support them without even, being the center of attention. So that is being a community. And then on the flip side of that, community is important for yourself. All the reasons I just stated for other people, I think it's a very human thing to also want that for yourself, to want to be applauded, accepted by others. It's totally fine with that. I had a client that was struggling with this, and she was constantly I don't need approval from other people. I don't need it. And I feel that because I be feeling the same way. I'm like, look, whatever it is, I'm going to do whatever it is. Doesn't matter if people approve or yes or no. Now, I also would love for people to approve and applaud and all that. You know what I mean? So it's okay to like want that for yourself and want people to support in whatever it is you're doing, your classes, your choreography, your artistry, your anything. And it's not like it's a very human thing to want to be accepted. So I think it's healthy to be in a community and want those kind of things for yourself. And a little side note, because I don't think I don't talk about this, but if you're in a community right now and you're not getting that kind of, I don't want to say validation, because validation, I feel like we associate some kind of like negative or negative feelings with it, or negative stigma around it. But if you're in a community and you're not getting the support that you need, you're not getting the love, they're not pouring into you like you are pouring into them, it's time to reassess your community. I'll probably do a podcast on that, because what is the I don't know, what is that phrase, like you're the sum of the 5 people you hang out with or something? This, I don't know, side note, but actually not side note, like just like / parentheses, whatever. You are a sum of the 5 people you hang out with. So if your community is not, doing what they should be doing, or doing what you want it to be doing, maybe it's time to assess that community. Or maybe like you can put that community, that group of friends on the back burner for just like a couple, like 2-3 weeks, and try to be around people that uplift you and be around people that are like-minded and going the places that you want to be and doing the things that you want to do. That's totally fine. And then rotate them back in. Rotate those circles. You know what I'm saying? Like split your time accordingly. So when I think about community, there's also a few other factors that I think of. And I like to split it up to different areas. So I think of accountability partners, I think of mentors, I think of leadership, and I think of friends. So let's go into accountability partners. This is one of my favorite aspects of having a community, because I'm one of them bitches. I need like a reason, like me, for myself, for some reason, I can't get up and do stuff for my own, I don't want to say for my own benefit, but like when I have like if I tell you I'm going to the gym, I'm going to go to the gym. Okay. But if I just like tell myself I'm going to go to the gym, oh God, I have such a hard time just like getting up and going to the gym. I think it's because I know that like I'm an adult, and ultimately if I don't want to do anything that I'm not, or if I want to buy something, I will. Like it's so hard for me to like parent myself. I swear to God. But if I have somebody with me who's holding me accountable and I'm holding them accountable, bitch, we in the thing. Okay. So accountability partners. I love this part of a community. So it's important to have somebody in the trenches with you. And I emphasis on in the trenches with you. Like shout out my girl, Brenda. Like you guys, I've had her on the podcast before, but like we be on the same wave. Like we both, we have jobs outside of dance that we work really hard on. We like are trying to like excel our dance career. We're also like entrepreneurs. So it's like people that are like-minded, working towards the similar goals for themselves. But like you have somebody there that knows exactly where your mind's at and can empathize. So then they can push you in that direction. Right. So someone that's in the trenches with you, that understands the things that you are feeling, and they're in with you, okay? Most of us have a hard time keeping the promises that we make ourselves. Like I said, it's ultimately it's self-discipline, friend. It's self-discipline that I need to work on, but I've been knew I need to work on self-discipline. It's so hard. It's so hard to do all the things. We're getting better though. We're getting better. Anyway, so most of us have a hard time keeping the promises that we make ourselves. And we have an easier time showing up for others, right? Like think about work, okay? You know that you're supposed to be there at 8 a.m. You get there at 8 a.m. But say you have to be at a dance class or a dance rehearsal at 9:30 p.m. Like, why are you running late? Why are you skipping out? Like, do you know what I mean? It's for you. Like, think about it. Think about it. Accountability partners, I want to say, work in two ways, okay? On the days that you're not feeling up to it, that's when your accountability partner comes in and checks your ass. Hey, why are you running late to this class? You said that you were going to go. I'm actually already headed there. You're going to make me show up before you. I'm by myself now. What's going on? Do you know what I mean? And so then they're on you and you're like, you need that heat. You need that little bit of heat. I'm one of those people. I need a little bit of heat. Okay? And then on the flip side of that, on the days that, you are 100%, maybe you got to help them out, right? You got to be able to call them up. Yo, where you at? I'm at the stew. I'm working on my freestyle. Where you at? I know you just got off work. I just got off work too. We're both tired. We both need to work on this. Let's go. You know what I mean? And I feel like when you have that back and forth, that yin and that yang, it helps you. And listen, I like to be, and I don't even want to say this because I don't want to put that out into the universe, but I used to really enjoy being solo dolo. I get it. Solo dolo, I got me, strong, independent woman, right? Okay, we get it. But there is such a, it's so important to have someone that you can rely on and that relies on you and that can push you towards the things that you are working towards, and then you can push them. It's like a back and forth, like a yin, like I said, a yin and a yang. So heavy on, it works both ways, okay? And when I say heavy on, it works both ways, I also want to say that I've had accountability partners where they weren't showing up anymore, and I mean, it's not even a bad thing. Like, it's just like people's priorities change. Like, we're changing beings. Like, my priorities changed in the last couple months. Like, priorities change. You know what I mean? And so if you if you're with an accountability partner and say their plans, their priorities change and they're just not showing up the way that they need to for you, you know what I mean? And you're constantly showing up for them. Maybe it's time to reassess that accountability partner. I had a friend that, I went to college with, and I moved down to Southern California with, and we were dancers, and we were like on that pathway. And then, like early 20s, like I think I switched careers, like same with her, like just things like that. And then I ended up finding myself back into dance, and I would always like reach out to her. Hey, come to class, right? Dancers, hey, if I know that you're dancing, I'm just going to hit you up to come dance. I don't care who you are. Okay. And, always hitting her up. And it was just becoming more of a chore. And I could tell that, her heart wasn't in it, and that's totally fine. Her heart was in other things, and that's cool. And like, we're still cool, but like, things just change, you know what I mean? So I could no longer rely on her to be my accountability partner for that. So I had to find new people to link up with, to network with, to rely on them, and have them rely on me for that. So accountability partners is definitely like it's relationships. You have to nurture them. You have to check in. You have to let them, hey, like, I don't want to hold you back. Like, I know that you are on a different path now, girl, and I'm on a different path as well. And we're still cool, but like, if something comes up, like, just let me know. I'm just letting you know, like, you don't have to hit me up. Like, you know what I mean? You just check in with people. It's communication. It's totally cool to switch around accountability partners. You're not like married to them for life. Okay. With that being said, you can also have accountability partners for different things, like different areas of your life. I think it's good to have different accountability partners. So like, a good example. So you guys know my girl Brenda, shout out. I just said that's my girl. When it comes to like dance content creation, my creation bag, my entrepreneur bag, that's Brenda. Okay. I'm going to hit her up. We're going to try to get on this content creation. We're going to try to get into classes, do things, concept videos, like those kind of things. Okay. Now my girl Liz and my girl Monet, we're heavy on like like getting into the studio and like learning, okay? Like we like to take classes together. Like we are in a thread right now. Hey, I'm in town this time. We're gonna take this class. Hey, we should check in with each other to see what the plan is for next year, what classes we're taking. Like those are the kind of I hit them up for that. They hit me up for that, okay? And then my husband's my accountability partner. Oh, how corny, right? I know. So my husband's actually my accountability partner when it comes to like life goals, obviously, financial goals. Oh my God. This man has me like the most financially like conscious I've ever been in my entire life. It's out of my comfort zone, and I think that's what accountability partners should do, and I think that's what partners should do. And also entrepreneurial goals. We're constantly bouncing business ideas off of each other. Like the most wild, and like we have a running joke. We have a running joke on like side hustles. So like he'll be like, yo, I think I'm gonna like start a lemonade stand. And I'm like, yo, for sure. Okay. I'm gonna start I can't come out this Saturday. I got a bake sale. Like we just like have a running joke on like how we're gonna like have these side hustles. Yo, I'm gonna open up a laundromat. Like it's constant, but it's hilarious, but it's like lightweight true. Like, you know, and we're constantly checking in. Hey, how's your book going? Yo, how's your I was gonna say fucking how's your new, well, I just said it. How's your fucking new job? Like how's sales? Like we're constantly checking in with each other, holding each other accountable. And in order to have an accountability partner like that, you need to have that community. So community could be your family, your community could be your classmates, your community could be your clients, your community could be your friends, your coworkers, your cousins, whatever it may be. But you have to nurture them, and it's okay to have more than one, and it's okay to rotate them out and have that communication. The next part of having a community is also having a mentor in your community. So mentors are important to have in your community because they're going to take you places that you cannot go alone. This is hard. I think it's so important to pick your mentor wisely. Pick your mentor, because everybody out here be very expensive nowadays to be a mentor, and you can't just be like giving your money to everybody. I think you should vet your mentors, like dead ass. Mentors can either have done what you are do the thing. Mentors can either have done the thing that you're trying to do, or have clients that have succeeded in the thing, or have experience or knowledge and inspiration and education on the thing. It's totally fine. I think of like in college, my ballet teacher, or not my ballet teacher, but my head teacher of all my classes was my mentor, and she still is. Like what she does, I want to do one day. The fact that she teaches at a college and inspires young students, and that is my I want to retire and do that. You know what I'm saying? She has knowledge in it. She actively is doing it. And I'll even say me being a mentor, I am heavy on practice what I preach. So all of my clients that I mentor, I try to be in the trenches. I try to lead by example. I try to do all the things that I am teaching, because I think, like I said, it's super important for your mentor to have gone the places that you are trying to go. Mentors, that you go to them when you need them, when you need knowledge, when you need advice, when you need wisdom, inspiration, support. Mentors are regular people. I will also say that they're regular people. They are not the Pope. They're not infallible. They can mess up. They're not superheroes, you know what I mean? But they do have a lot of wisdom. And now, are they always right? No, because I could think of some mentors that I've had that were wrong, but that doesn't make them less of a mentor, I'd say. Do you know what I'm saying? I also heavily believe that mentors should be super non-biased. It's a red flag if my mentor is spewing negativity everywhere. I don't know. For me, from my mentors, maybe for you, for your mentors, cool, but like for me, for my mentors, I cannot with the negativity and like pulling people down. Like I feel like if you're going to be a leader, you should be able to lead without having to do all that. They should also have your best interest in mind. Best interest. Like if they see that, you know, you can succeed elsewhere, then they're going to send you elsewhere and not be worried about losing their relationship with you. Like they're going to be like, go on, my child, spread your wings. They're not going to like hold you back so that you could stay under their wings. Do you know what I'm saying? And you can totally have more than one mentor, just like accountability partners. You can have several. I have several. So, my life coach, Shannon, shout out Shannon, literally changed my life. I swear I need to do like an episode with just her and bring her on because life changing. I swear. When I was 27, you guys know the story. When I was 27, 26, 27, I don't know, mid 20s. Okay. When I was mid 20s, I was not dancing. I was depressed. I was like, I'm never going to dance again. Hang it up. Like if I saw myself now, I would be like, what the fuck? Seriously. She was my mentor and she guided me through a whole like self-realization process, like so gently, and just helped me realize that dancing and teaching could be possible for me again. And I was like, whoa, this is insane. And I just trusted her because she herself was super, like Shannon is super knowledgeable. I remember she was always we were doing workshops and she's always like constantly doing education, constantly doing workshops, constantly having clients that are doing amazing things. So I really trusted her and her process and I fully went for it. And I mean, God, there has been so many things that have led up to here I am, seriously. So as far as like life coach and just changing my lifestyle and my overall outlook on life, Shannon was my mentor in that. Also, like I said, my dance teacher in college, I didn't really like know what my body was capable of. And like, also I did not know what dancing in the academic world really would look like until I met my dance teacher in college, Valerie Nasanu. Shout out Val. She still teaches. She's still amazing. And she's still teaching amazing students. And even like all of my, like my class, I still talk to them. Some of them are dancing here in LA, like booking jobs. Some are like, we're all spread out, but like, and we're all doing different things. But I think we were all very touched with how she was able to be such a hard ass and push us physically insanely, but then like also so lovingly. Like I could like open up to her about like outside life stuff. And she like knew that I was like a troubled youth. So she would like call me outside of school and like I'd be like, what the fuck? But like looking back, I'm like, damn, she like cared about me because like what teacher does that seriously and like checks in and is like, why aren't you at rehearsal? What are you doing? You're fucking up. Like, and I'm like, you know what? You're right. So that was my mentor in college as far as like dance, and I still look up to her. My fitness coaches, I love my fitness coaches. Those are some badass bitches. I be having some badass bitch fitness coaches. My fitness coach Tiffany in San Diego, I miss her so much. She's amazing. She's a mom now and she's still killing it and her body is amazing. Oh my God. Like literally I turned after college, like I knew I was going to gain weight like from my hygiene program. Like it's just, I don't know what it is about a bachelor's degree, but you just get fat during it. I don't know. Okay. So gained hella weight. And like afterwards I was like, yeah, this is not going to work. If I'm trying to dance and be like healthy and really do the best with my body, like even besides just dancing, just do the best with my body, just like feel good. Like I need something to change and I'm not doing myself. I need to reach out to someone that knows what they're doing, someone that has the results, someone that like, you look at her, she is the results. Like those are the kind of fitness coaches I like. Okay. And I reached out to her, followed exactly what she had to say. I hated it the entire like first couple months. I was like, oh my God, I never did this before. Okay. Followed her exact instructions and I lost like, I think it was like 40 pounds or something crazy. I didn't even realize I was like so out of shape. I was so out of shape. Absolutely amazing. And the fact that she's like a mom now too, I'm like, you guys know, like, make me a mom right now. Like, she is so, it's insane. It's insane what this lady does. And then my like new fitness coach, Jazz, here in LA, I couldn't see her this month. I'm so sad because, you know, presents and stuff are expensive, and like travels. But like, you look at her and she is the results. Like, those are the kind of like mentors I like. You look at them, they show the results, you know? And then even this is like a new one. And like I said, thanks to my husband. I love him. I love him to death, you guys. But he is on that financial tip, like financial advisor. Like, we're supposed to meet with him. What is it? Tomorrow? No, not tomorrow. Next Friday or something. This man is going to be our financial mentor. Okay. Change our life. Get us out of debt. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Pay off all of our debt. Well, we're paying it off, but you know what I mean? Like, in the areas that you need help, like, it's okay to get a mentor. Look into your community and ask your people in your community. Hey, like, that's how I found, I feel like that's how I found all of my, definitely how I found Shannon. She was in my community of like life coaching, better, like self-betterment workshops. And then that is definitely how I found Tiffany and Jazz. And then Aaron is in that community of financials. And that's how he found, I think his name's Greg. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, shout out Greg. I don't know you yet, but let's go. Yeah, reach out to your community, ask them like, hey, how did you get this result? Like, I'm trying to work on ballet. I'm trying to work on acro. I'm trying to work on performance quality. I'm trying to work on being a choreographer. Whatever it is you're trying to work on, there is probably someone that can mentor you on that, take you under their wing and help you get to where you want to be. But you have to reach out and be active in your community with it. And the next little tidbit about community is being a leader. So I take being a leader so serious. I don't take being a leader lightly at all. And this is similar to I think mentorship, but it relates to more of like a group rather than like just one person. So mentoring, if you want to think about like your one-on-one, okay? But like a leader is like commanding the room. I don't even like to say commanding the room because they shouldn't be commanding. I don't like that word. So I take leadership actually so serious that I have actually turned down leadership roles because I personally did not feel ready or like I was the best fit for that role. Like, there's been times where like in the past, like, people have been like, hey, can you teach jazz funk? Can you teach hip hop? Can you teach this? Can you teach that? And I was like, no, I can't. Like, I probably could. It's not that deep, but like, I don't even want to steer people in the wrong direction. I don't want to give people like, say someone is like trying to really excel in a certain style. And then I'm just there just to fuel my ego, just to say that I'm a jazz funk teacher when I'm really not. Like, I'm a ballet teacher. Like, no, like, you know what I mean? Like, yes, I'm a good teacher and there's a lot of things that I can teach, but I'm not gonna like lie and say that I do something that I am not. And I don't know. I wish people would have that kind of integrity when it comes to that kind of stuff, but you can't change everybody. So you have to vet your leaders. Anyways, in my opinion, leaders need to be selfless and have the best interest for their community. They should know how to communicate their ideas, bring people together, facilitate ideas and gatherings, and be an amazing mediator. They need to be genuine and authentic and bring that to the table. So basically, I think that a leader needs to know how to communicate well. That's like, I think number one gold star, highlight it, circle it, leaders need to know how to communicate because you're going to be dealing with like a lot of people. And I think of like choreographers as being leaders, or, you know, teachers being leaders, obviously. I think of teachers that I do like to take from, that I really like to take from, and it's the ones that are really comfortable commanding a large group of people like confidently. And honestly, you know, having that kind of skill, like being able to command a class confidently or command just a group of people confidently, it like does come with time, but I also think it's like a natural thing. Like I think it's a natural like want, and even if you are like a little shy or a little shaky, like your want to communicate with people and to bring people together is able to overcome that shyness, if you are shy. I think being a leader in a community, you should also be able to be the most vulnerable with the community. Like you should be able to look at where your shortcomings are, where you are lacking or where you need a little bit of work, and then be able to look at the community and say, hey, you know what? I'm not good at this, but I think that so-and-so would be good at this. And I think so-and-so could handle this project. And I think so-and-so could do this. Like basically delegating, basically being able to put people in charge and, you know, pick up slack where they're not slacking. And then being able to pick up the slack where everybody else is slacking. So one thing that I do that I think that's really natural for me, but like I like when other leaders do it, is when I can tell that my students are getting tired, or like if I'm doing a workshop and I can tell that they're like, we're a little burnt out right now, or we're lacking energy. I don't like when teachers are like, you guys, you need to bring the energy up. I hate that shit. I like when teachers are like, yo, like, I'm right there with you. Let's go. Like, I'm just like that kind of person. Like, okay, you guys are tired. I'm right there with you. Come on, let's go. I'm going to do this set with you. Or like when I used to teach bar, I would be like, yo, you guys are tired. Let's go. I'm going to do the last 3 planks with you. I'm going to do the air squats with you. Like, I got you. Like, being right there with you. So you feel like your leader is just like among you. Like, I hate when like teachers are like, okay, like if you guys don't like the energy of the room, like it's your responsibility to change it. Like, I'm like, oh my God. Like, yes, but like you facilitating, like help us out. You know what I'm saying? Like, like that's how I feel personally. So yeah, I think teachers and choreographers are the ones that we can consider leaders in dance communities, but also studio owners, also producers, like for film, directors, company owners, dance entrepreneurs. And I also believe that you can have a group of leaders, and that is truly awesome because then everybody brings something to the table. Like if you have like a board, I think some companies like operate like that, where they have like the main choreographer, but then they have like the captain, and then like I haven't been in a company in years. So, yeah, but everybody brings their own stuff to the table. And I think that's really important too, because everybody has different skill sets that they can share. And also a community that is able to rotate leaders out. Like say 1 week, so-and-so is in charge of the warm up and choreography. And then the next week, so-and-so is in charge of the warm up and choreography. And then like, I think it's just a good way for people to practice being leaders, and for people to realize that they're natural leaders, and for people to realize, I don't like leading. That's totally fine too. Not everybody needs to lead. Some people got to be a part of the group, or they could just like fall back and still contribute. It's okay. But yeah, I think leaders are a really important part of the community because they are those big communicators. They are those big facilitators. And the last little tidbit here about community is friends. And I mean this in the most lighthearted way. Sometimes you just need a friend. Sometimes you just need friends. Like not even like accountability partners. Like I get it. Like yes, accountability partners rock on. But also sometimes just a friend to come over and like binge watch 90 Day Fiance with you and like drink wine. It's totally cool. You need those people to blow off steam. You need those people to feel comfortable with, to unwind, to be yourself with, that is truly important too. Like I have a lot of dance people in my life, and then I have like I always joke like my husband and my sister are like my BFFs because they like really are, and we're like all very codependent. We're always calling each other, like literally, like even he calls her. But then I also like, and I've really been trying to prioritize my, I don't want to say normie my non-dancer friends. And I know that you guys have non-dancer friends too. That they're just kind of like, girl, why you dance so much? Like they don't really get it. They support, like my dancer friends or my non-dancer friends, like they support, you know. I don't know if they really get it, but that's cool. That's fine. That's totally fine. They don't need to get it. But I think it's important to make time for those kind of people too. And that's something I really, in the past, I did not. And a lot of friends did not understand why dance was such a big part of my life. But I take full responsibility. I also did not prioritize trying to foster those relationships. And so I was kind of like, oh man, I don't have any friends outside of dance. And I just chopped it up to the game. But like now that I'm older, I'm like, you know what? It's really healthy and it's really mature to have balance. That's like my favorite thing right now is fucking balance inside the dance classroom and outside of the dance studio, like all together. That is going to make you such a happy dancer when you have people to rely on inside and outside of the studio, and they're different people, right? So just good old friends. Make sure you have just good old friends that you could blow off steam with. Go get a drink with. Go not even get a drink with. Go paint. Go run on the just chill. Lay on the bed and just chit chat. Okay, so that's important too. So yeah, community is huge, and I think that if you, I know there's a tendency, especially like I said in today's world, like solo dolo. I'll do it on my own. I got me. Da 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 da. I get it, but you're gonna get to where you want to go faster with the community. And I realize that like in this next year, I really, 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 really need to prioritize getting into some sort of dance mentorship. Like my brain is kind of turned off right now. Like, oh my God. As soon as it hits like Halloween, I'm like, okay, we slowing down. And then when Thanksgiving hits, I'm like, okay, don't ask me to do nothing between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And then really don't ask me to do nothing between Christmas and New Year's. Like, psh, you're tripping. But no, I need to do some things, and I have some stuff in the works. Anyways. I really have found value in having a community. Like I've been able to foster my own community with my clients and my San Diego peoples. I love my San Diego peoples. Those are my peoples. But I also want to try to create a community for contemporary out here in LA. I am very nervous. And it's new, but I think it's needed. And I think like an open level contemporary is would be very needed. So that's something I also want to build out here. And then also I want to facilitate more growth for myself. So I really need to get into one of these mentorships. So I really want to prioritize that in this next year, new year, and like ASAP right now, to be honest. But yeah, that's what I have for you guys this week. I hope that you go out there and love on your community, all aspects of your community, whether it's dancing, whether it's your family, whether it's just your fuck around friends, whether it's your coworkers. Really let them know that they're appreciated, because nothing goes further than appreciation. Tell your mentors, tell your teachers. If you're a teacher and mentor, tell your people, tell your clients, tell your mentees how much you appreciate them, and how much and how much. Yeah, like just give that appreciation, give those flowers, give that love right now, because it really does go a long way, and people remember that. People really, really do remember that. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a good week and hang in there. We are like a couple little tiptoes away from 2024, dude. And like I said, you might be checking out too, but I don't know. We gotta try, friend. We gotta try to get our shit together. But we're doing it, and I know you are, and I am too. Send this podcast over to someone in your community, And make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and share. Do all the things. Give me a rate. Go ahead and drop a little comment down here and be like, oh, wow, this podcast is awesome. And also, if it's on your Spotify top played podcast, please post it and tag On Point Podcast so then I can repost it. And I can also make a little post, a little appreciation post so I can appreciate my community. And I will talk to you guys later.